I request all the dignitaries to please occupy your respected seats on the dais. Good morning. Let us make future generation remember us as proud ancestors, just as today we remember our forefathers. Keeping this quote by Roh Moo-hyun, the former president of South Korea, in mind, a warm good morning to all. Welcome to FISAT. We have gathered here for the inauguration of the 6th edition and the 3rd International Conference on Structural Engineering and Construction Management, SECON'22, organized by the Department of Civil Engineering, Federal Institute of Science and Technology, Angamali. Let's start today's program by invoking the blessings of Almighty with silent prayer. Please be seated. It's my privilege to invite the head of our department, Dr. Gigi Anthony, the spark and guiding light of this program, to deliver the welcome address.
Honorable Chairman, Mr. Shimit Piyar, our Principal, Dr. Manoj George, Vice Principal, Dr. C. Sheila, Dean Academics, Dr. Mini Piyar, Engineer P.A. Salaluddin, FIE Chairman, IEI Kochi Chapter, Professor Jay Kumar V, ISTE Kerala Section Member, Mr. Narayanan Poti, Dr. Anil Joseph, President, ICA Kochi Chapter. A very warm good morning to one and all. We have gathered here for the inauguration of SECON'22, which is the 6th edition of annual conference and the 3rd international conference organized by the Department of Civil Engineering, Federal Institute of Science and Technology, FISAT, Kochi chapter. I feel great proud to say that the previous editions of SECON conferences since 2017 have hoarded produced success and appreciation, and the organizing committee is confident that SECON'22 will bring conspicuous benefits to researchers in academia and industry, practicing civil engineers, academicians, architects, and developers, postgraduate and graduate students. This year, this conference is being conducted in the hybrid mode. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome our distinguished guests who are present for this event. It is an honor and privilege for me to welcome Mr. Shimit Piyar, Chairman, Governing Body FISAT, who is also the Secretary of FBOAE's Managing Committee. He is a constant motivating force and has always shown willingness and supported in all our activities. I welcome you, sir, to our May I now welcome our beloved principal, Dr. Manoj George, who has supported in all possible manner to make this event a reality. I welcome you, sir. No event is ever a success without its guest, and keeping this in our mind, SECON'22 is fortunate to have 5 keynote lectures by eminent personalities around the world and 100 paper presentations in 4 parallel sessions during these 3 days. The keynote speakers are Professor Sahari Alam, Professor at the University of British Columbia, Canada, Professor Alessandro Palmero, Professor in Structural Engineering and Materials, Department of Civil and Natural Resources Engineering, University of Canberra, New Zealand, Professor Monsefel Neldi, Professor and Chair, Department of Civil Engineering, McMaster University, Canada, Dr. M.O. Kim Hung, Senior Lecturer, Department of Civil Engineering, Faculty of Engineering, University of Malaya, Malaysia, Dr. Piyush Chaunzali, Assistant Professor, Building Technology and Construction Management Division, Department of Civil Engineering, Indian Institute of Technology, Madras. Thank you all. Next, let me welcome Professor Jay Kumar, Professor in Civil Engineering, ISTE Kerala Section, Managing Committee Member to this conference. I welcome you, ma'am. I am pleased to welcome Engineer P.S. Salaluddin, FIE Chairman, IEI Kochi Local Center. I welcome you, sir. Also, I would like to welcome Narayan Potti, sir. I am privileged to welcome Dr. Anil Joseph, President, ICA Kochi Chapter. Welcome, sir. Throughout her tenure, our Vice Principal, Dr. C. Sheila, has been a constant source of encouragement and unwavering guidance for our department. I welcome you, ma'am. I would like to welcome Dean Academics, Dr. Mini PR, for her continuous guidance and support. Welcome, ma'am. From the outset of SECON'22, Ms. Preeti M., Assistant Professor, Department of Civil Engineering, has been entrusted as its convener. So throughout, she has been an overwhelming source of encouragement and unwavering guidance. I welcome you, ma'am. I welcome Dr. Unni Karta, Joint Convener of SECON'22, who has been instrumental in this conference success. I welcome you, sir. Welcome to various heads of departments who are here to grace this occasion. I would like to extend our warmest welcome to all my colleagues who have constantly put their effort day and night for the success of this conference. And also, I would like to welcome all the students who have gathered here and make this a success event. A big and a very warm welcome to all the renowned speakers and delegates who took out their valuable time and joined us today to be a part of this conference. We are honored to have you all with us. I guarantee that this conference will be a productive and worth your precious time. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am, and I welcome you to the conference. Ms. Preeti M., Assistant Professor, Department of Civil Engineering, FISAT, is the convener of SECON'22. She has played a key role in organizing and coordinating the various activities for the conduct of this conference. I invite Ms. Preeti M. to present the theme of the conference.
Respected dignitaries on and off the dais, and the distinguished guests join in the session. Dear colleagues, students, and participants, a warm good morning to all. First of all, I would like to welcome you all to the third international conference organized by the Department of Civil Engineering, FISAT, emphasizing on the main theme, green technology and infrastructural developments, along with the 10 tracks, which will discuss the advancement and innovations in various streams in civil engineering. Spotlight onto the theme of this conference, green technology evolves from the concept of sustaining nature's perpetuity. The essentiality of infrastructure development for economic prosperity has deprived the quality of the environment, as the engineer's core relies not only on the enhancement of the society, but also retaining the innards of the nature for the future generation. The idea of green technology has been replenished. At the same time, the advancement in the area of GIS and artificial intelligence have opened up enormous opportunities for the civil engineers solving many complexities in the domain. And effective usage of modern technologies had laid the path for the enormous infrastructure projects. SECON'22, being the 6th edition of annual conference and the 3rd international conference, intends to become a platform to present, discuss, and bring out the outcomes from research and development agencies, industry, and academia with the following 10 sub-themes, such as implication of green technology in civil engineering, experimental and computational analysis and design of structural, geotechnical, and environmental systems, repair and rehabilitation of structures, advances in earthquake engineering and soil dynamics, rheological investigation of construction materials, transportation infrastructure planning and management, artificial intelligence and machine learning in infrastructure development, application of GIS and remote sensing in infrastructure management, hazard identification and risk assessment for safety management in construction, and advances in building information modeling. SECON'22 being a hybrid conference, we are enabling participation of all the delegates around the globe. The conference is organized in association with Springer Publication, ISTE Kerala Session, ICI Kochi Chapter, IEI Kochi Chapter, ASCE FISAT Chapter, and Paradigm Kochi. And we acknowledge the financial support offered by ISTE Kerala Session for the conduct of SECON'22. For SECON'22, we have received 415 submissions that include the 6 international papers from 5 countries like Malaysia, Philippines, Indonesia, Ukraine, and Brazil, and several papers from different prestigious colleges in India like NIT, IIT, Delhi Technical University, VIT, etc. We had a panel of 25 internal reviewers and 65 external reviewers around the country to review the paper in their respective area of specialization. The selection of papers was based on the score received from the reviewers. Selected 100 papers from the conference will be published in Scopus Index, Springer Publication, lecture notes in civil engineering. We, the SECON'22 team, are confident that the 5 keynote addresses by our eminent speakers and the 100 paper presentation across the 20 sessions we have planned will achieve a technical discourse of the highest order. Hoping for your earnest participation in the upcoming days and wishing everyone a warm welcome to SECON'22 once again. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for giving a brief view about the conference. I invite our respected principal, Dr. Manoj George, for the presidential address.
Honorable Chairman of the institution, Mr. Shimit PR, invited and renowned guest of honor Professor Jay Kumar V, Civil Engineering, IST Kerala Section Managing Committee Member, Mr. P.A. Salahuddin, FIE Chairman, IA Kochi Local Center, Dr. Anil Joseph, President, ICI Kochi Chapter, Head of the Department of Civil Engineering, Dr. Gigi Anthony, conveners of SECON'22, Ms. Preeti M. and Dr. Unnikartha Ji, Vice Principal Dr. Sheila, Dean Academics Dr. Mini, dear faculty colleagues, non-teaching staffs, and my dear students, a pleasant morning to you all assembled here, and welcome to the International Conference of Structural Engineering and Construction Management, SECON'22, organized by the Department of Civil Engineering, Federal Institute of Science and Technology. On this auspicious gathering of merging minds, we'll begin our day by remembering the quote of the great engineer, Vishwesvaraya, who is the father of Indian civil engineering. An engineer is a person who applies the skills and knowledge of basic science for the good of the society. A civilized nation is distinguished from an uncivilized one by the extent of its acquired intelligence and skill. I am standing here before you to convey my affable wishes and good luck to every partaker of this conference. Civil engineering is an area that let the world operate. From roads to bridges, to skyscrapers, and the advancements continue to disrupt and improve production. As I said, advancements range from vertical farming to 3D printing and modeling to photovoltaic glazing, where it replaces traditional glasses. Another example to quote are the self-healing concrete, modular construction, which can save the transportation costs and reduce the emission from the vehicles. A structural engineer ensures that architectural components are structurally sound. Traditionally, structural engineers have not been associated with the environmental sustainability. The demand for structural engineers is being driven by the expanding environmental concerns, the growth of smart cities, and the importance of sustainability and energy efficiency. Natural resources, potable water, and the energy are all used in construction of building. Second, the construction industry is responsible for the 30% global greenhouse emissions. As a result, sustainable environment cannot be achieved without the involvement of the building and the construction industry, particularly the structural engineering domain. The push for environment-friendly living has become global movement, and civil engineers will lay ground for World Green Initiative. Let me remind all you that the true achievement is the exchange of ideas and the establishment of new relationships. It is indeed a tremendous privilege. I am extremely delighted that Civil Engineering Department is providing a forum for high quality academic papers and promoting rapid communication and exchange of ideas between researchers, scientists, and engineers in the field of structural engineering and construction management. The conference will facilitate opportunities to network, collaborate, and exchange ideas and innovations with renowned scientists and researchers in the field. The conference allows us to think beyond our daily spheres of influence and think of the world beyond our immediate surroundings. All this is not possible without the organizing team and their voluntary efforts to make this event happen. I congratulate all the members of the organizing team for their selfless effort to make this event grand success. Let us remember the wordings of C.V. Raman. Success can only come you by courageous devotion to the task lying in front of you. Let us work together to make aspirations a reality by moving forward with the dedication and develop our nation through science and technology advancement. Thank you all.
Thank you, Manoj sir. It is indeed a privilege to have with us Mr. Shimit Pia, Chairman, Governing Body FISAT, and Secretary of FBOAES Managing Committee for SECON'22. He has been the constant motivation force and has always shown willingness and supported us in all our activities. I invite Mr. Shimit Pia, along with all the dignitaries on the dais, to inaugurate this conference by lighting the lamp. Thank you, everyone. I invite our Honorable Chairman, Mr. Shimit Pia, for the inaugural address.
President of the conference, Dr. Manoj George, Principal FISAT, Dr. Anil Joseph, President ICI Kochi Chapter, Professor Jay Kumar V, Professor in Civil Engineering, retired, IST Kerala Section Managing Committee Member, Sri P.S. Alauddin, FIE Chairman, IEI Kochi Local Center, Sri Narayanan Poti, yes. Dr. C. Sheila, Vice Principal FISAT, Dr. Mini PR Dean FISAT, Dr. Gigi Anthony, Professor Head and Head Department of Civil Engineering, Ms. Preeti M. Convener, SECON'22, and Dr. Unni Kartaji, Joint Convener, SECON'22. Other dignitaries who joined online to this conference are faculties, non-faculties, and my dear students. This is the second international conference that FISAT is organizing in this month or in this week. I can say back-to-back international conferences. So as Rachodi Gigi Anthony, Dr. Gigi Anthony said, we are really proud to be such international conferences. Why these international conferences are important for us? It is not the classrooms that makes us perfect or a learner. Apart from the classrooms, such events give an opportunity to grow from I to we. I repeat, from I to we. Because in these 3 days, you will get to know or hear about a lot of lectures and a lot of discussions that will be very useful in the coming years, that I am sure. As somebody said, everything is an education. The experience, whatever experience we are learning or gaining is an education. The bite of a mosquito, the taste of a watermelon, that is an education. So these conference will give you immense opportunity to grow in your life and become a part of the society. And that is our vision, FISAT's vision, commitment to society. So end of the day, you have to stick on to the commitment to your society. I wish all the success for the participants in this conference. And I congratulate those who burned the midnight oil to make this conference a grand success. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Shimit sir, for your words. I now invite Dr. Anil Joseph, Managing Director, Geostructurals and President, ICI Cochin Chapter. He has 27 years of experience in geotechnical consultancy, foundation, and structural design of various multi-storied projects. I welcome him to offer felicitation.
Very good morning, all of you. So, respected Dr. Manoj George, Principal FISAT, Shimit PR, Chairman, Governing Body, FISAT, dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, and my dear students. Indeed, I would like to congratulate the team of FISAT who has done a wonderful job by organizing international conference in structural engineering and construction management, SECON 2022. I am very happy to note that this is the 6th conference and the 3rd international conference, and it is being following the international practices of having 450 papers, which was reviewed, and 100 papers accepted, and you have some of the eminent persons in the world talking to you through the online media on what is the latest in structural engineering. And as your chairman pointed out, engineering education is a different thing. There is a lot of difference between an engineering graduate and an engineer. You complete the degree, you become a graduate. But engineering is the art of applying your knowledge into practice. And unless and until you practice, you are not becoming an engineer. You have to learn, you might learn a lot of things. It's like learning swimming from textbook. Unless and until the purpose of learning swimming is to go to water and swim. So here you are learning a lot in the colleges. Over the conferences, you are seeing a lot of update what is happening across the world. But my dear students, I tell you that you will become an engineer only and unless you put that into practice. So these are experience and exposure which you get in these conferences, where you have to apply that into practice and be bold in doing that. Unless then and only then you are becoming an engineer. But an excellent window is opened in front of you through this conference, and on behalf of the Indian Concrete Institute, I congratulate the management, especially the people, Dr. Gigi Anthony, Mini PR, then Ms. Preeti M, and Dr. Unnikarta, who has done a wonderful job. Hats off to them for doing such a wonderful job. And again, our problem is that we are all in different compartment. We have to mix together. Actually, the knowledge, the academy has to mix with the industry people. Industry people has to mix with the, most importantly, the decision makers, the government body, and all of us has to work in together to bring the your theme of focus on excellence. So that we have to achieve, we have to work hard for that. As a structural engineer, it was my great pleasure to see the young boys and girls sitting in front of me, taking a career in the future engineering consultancy and making huge difference to the society. As a structural engineer, we used to go across the world and see some of the biggest structures in the world. Every year we travel together, the entire group. Maybe for the last 20 years we are doing that. So I always dream that one day the world will come to India to see the largest and the tallest structures happening, which we are going across the world to see right now. And that has to be designed by a young engineer. And maybe one of you who is sitting in front of me is going to make that difference. And I dream of coming and seeing those buildings which is constructed, and people from US, Europe, and other places coming over to see these tall structures which is going to happening. Wish you all the best. Don't limit yourself to the academic. The world is wide open. Go there, explore yourself, and you have taken a very beautiful subject called civil engineering, which is the mother of all engineering. All the best.
Thank you, sir, for those motivational words. I now invite Professor Jay Kumari, an alumni of College of Engineering Trivandrum, started teaching career in CET and continued in Government Engineering College, Thrissur. She retired as professor and head of the department in civil engineering from GEC Thrissur. Actively involved in ISTE activities as chairman of ISTE in GEC Thrissur and as section managing committee member of ISTE Kerala section for the last few years. I welcome you, ma'am.
Respected Chairman, Principal, dignitaries on the dais, my dear teachers of the dais, dear student friends, a very, very good morning to one and all of you. I feel really privileged to stand here representing ISTE and to felicitate this function. Like our speakers who spoke earlier, you know that engineers has to definitely enhance the society, but retain the nature for future generation. With this in mind, you have taken the right topic, that is mainly green technology. And there are, if you look at the themes, like your teacher said, there are so many sub-themes, very, very important themes like earthquake, then GIS, and which that has also enormous opportunities for civil engineering, like artificial intelligence, etc. Now, civil is not like the earlier one. Now it's all modern. So you people are all in this modern era. Now, you know that how this digital computer has taken up all the offline classes for the past 2-3 years. You people are all under the online classes, and not only you, even people like us who are sitting at home also, everyone has come into that digital world. Of course, that is a remarkable achievement. Now, I know that you have IST. I hope you know what is IST, is Indian Society for Technical Education. And you have a chapter here. I think I heard that Professor Binoy and forgot the other sir's name. Sundaraj. They both are in charge of the faculty chapter, and you have a student chapter too, which may not be that vibrant like the earlier times, but please do make it vibrant, because IST is a very good professional body, like ICA, Institution of Engineers, etc. And you can really do something by working in that. And you have our headquarters is in Delhi. So when you present the papers, you can go to Delhi. Then you can have chapter activities both in your college as well as at national level. And not only that, you get the best student award also when you perform very well. That is, one student per year gets an award from the national level. So definitely, I hope that you will all become, if you are not, you will all become now members of ISTE. And I'm so happy to see, teaching is a very noble profession. Wherever you go, you can definitely see 1 or 2 students of yours. Likewise, I have my 3 students sitting in front of me. I'm so happy to see them also and participate in this function. And like your principal said, they have really put in very, very hard work for the last 8 months to make this fruitful. So it's now up to you to take up this challenge. Please do hear all the talk. And like our earlier speaker said, practice and teaching both should go together. Only then you can become a very good engineer. Because at college level, we cannot give you too much of practical classes. So go out and learn. Because civil engineering, unless you see and do it, you cannot. So definitely, I hope that this wonderful third international conference will be very fruitful, and you all will be benefited by this. Thank you so much. And thank you all for inviting me. Thank you.
We are honored and privileged to have you among us. Thank you, ma'am. I invite Engineer P.A. Salahuddin, Fellow in Institution of Engineer, IEI, Kochi Local Center, to felicitate the gathering.
Very good morning to all. Respected Principal, Chairman, dignitaries on the dais, off the dais. I really privileged to be here in front of this august audience and representing an oldest and biggest professional body, that is IEI, Institution of Engineers India. I belongs to, I'm holding the post of chairman of this Kochi local center, where we have about, here itself, we have about nearly 5,000 engineers are in our chapter, in our local center. In that, major portion of membership is on civil engineers. And this institution is spread among the 15 branches of engineering. So that is the just cross-section of the Institution of Engineers in nutshell. I'm really happy to see that here a gathering of students outnumbering boys, girls are major. That is one of the encouraging factor, and of course a good sign of next society where next generation will be more energetic and dedicated, because mostly girls are found to be dedicated. We know that major technological giants like Google, etc., that CEOs and head of the organizations are Indians, though those companies are situated in America and other foreign countries. Still, we can see that our Indian engineers are holding the highest post. That is one of the encouraging factor for you. I feel that people, students sitting in front of me, I'm sure at least one or two become such an equivalent post. We don't know which post, but everybody can try for that. For that, there are some advices given by previous speakers. First, you jump into your swimming pool. Don't stand bank of the pool. Jump, learn swimming. And theoretical swimming learning may not be much benefited. So, because this structural engineering and construction management industry or this conference surely open an opportunity to you to learn modern subject or informations regarding this subject, and you are lucky enough that there are several international speakers are participating in this conference. You make use of that, and you make use of this time to learn theoretical aspects, and before leaving this institution, you try to join some of the practical oriented courses or training program, or of course that we are also arranging such things. We call it as a skill development program. So you can contact us. IEI will take care of some extent. We will help you to make such a situation so that you can have a at least you can remove the inhibition of doing things by hand. Our speaker, Narayanan Poti is one of the motivational speaker. He normally says that our engineers are not interested to do in the what is called a job which may spoil your hands. That is not correct. You know that a surgeon in the medical field, they has to do the job by hand. For him or that surgeon is concerned, his hand is more important than any other organ, because hand contains skill. Similarly, engineers have both mind as well as hand. Don't feel that practical work doing is something inferior than those who are sitting in the design office or something. So my advice is that learn well when you are learning, and be the leader when you are in the field, and ready to accept any job. Every job has its own speciality and opportunity to grow to the maximum level. I take this opportunity to wish you all success in your educational and your professional life. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for those inspiring words. I invite Mr. Narayanan Poti, Fellow in Institution of Engineers, IEI Cochin Local Center, for felicitation.
Good morning, all engineers. I'm very happy to be present today here. In fact, we had discussion in the auditorium when we came with all your SECON'22, those who have managed to present such a beautiful conference here. So I request, my name is Narayan Poti. Basically, I'm a mechanical engineer. I'm in charge of the student chapters to be formed. So I welcome you all to start a student chapter of the Institute of Engineers. And I request all of you to please stand up. Just to shake your hands. Okay, and now those who want to become an expert engineer, please sit down. So all of us want to be successful in life, and all of us want to be experts. So the points have already been told by your our Institute of Engineers chairman. You have to utilize all opportunities in these 4 years. Wherever there is a chance to do civil work, try to do yourself. Yesterday, I have been to a company run by a software engineer. When I meet somebody, I will just ask them, what are you doing, where are you doing? It is Echo Build in Angamali, nearby here only. They are starting a concrete mix in a bags. We can take the bag, it will last for 4 months. We can do the concreting. If it is balanced, we can give back. And I asked him his degree. He is not an engineer. I think he's a software engineer. He resigned his job at Bangalore and he has started. And when I asked him about the details of the products, he told me, sir, I will come with experts. So colleges, you students, it is in Angamali only. You can have a tie-up so that, it will be beneficial for an entrepreneur investing crores of rupees and running a business. And whereas we are learning here a lot of things. So both will be advantage to both of you. So once again, I'm not talking much. I welcome you all to start a student chapter of Institute of Engineers. You can mingle with a lot of practical engineers, just like Dr. Anil Joseph. And you can mingle with us. You can have a bright future. Now, I would like you all to congratulate all the people who are behind this conference by giving a clap like this. Do like this. Very good. Very good. Great. Once more. Very good. Very good. Great. Okay, all the best. Have a nice time. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening words. As a token of our gratitude, we would like to present memento to our delegates from our various professional bodies. I invite Mr. Shimit Pia, Chairman, Governing Body FISAT, to present the memento to our invited guest. I request Professor Jay Kumar V to accept the memento from our Honorable Chairman. Thank you, ma'am. Shimit sir. I request Engineer P.A. Salahuddin sir to accept the memento from our Honorable Chairman. Thank you, Salahuddin sir. I request Dr. Anil Joseph to accept the memento from our Honorable Chairman. Thank you, Anil sir. I request Mr. Narayanan Poti sir to accept the memento from our Honorable Chairman. Thank you, Narayanan Poti sir. Thank you, Shimit sir, for doing the honors. With immense pleasure, I welcome Dr. Unnikartaji, Professor, Department of Civil Engineering, FISAT, and Joint Convener of SECON'22 to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good morning to one and all present here, dignitaries on and off the dais. I think I have the most toughest job here because a conference like this, the list of people who are involved is so large, and the list is so big. So the toughest job is to thank each and every one of them. So let me, attempt to do that to my best. As you know, no event can be successful without people who dedicate their resources, their time, and to make sure that it is faultless. SECON is an event which is made successful with the effort of a very long list of people. Being the co-convener or the joint convener, it is my honor to propose to be here on the stage and to propose the vote of thanks. I still remember the days when SECON was a very small event. We found it very difficult to reach out to the right audience to attract papers because it is the quality of the papers that comes to a conference that defines the conference. Every SECON is special to the department. It has grown up. It is touching new heights year on year. In fact, this makes the list of people so long because when I thank the people involved, the list starts from the first year when we started SECON. Now, first, let me place on record my sincere thanks to the patrons, that is the management of FISAT. The management of FISAT, I should say, is the best, and they have offered the best support right from day one. Let me place on record my sincere thanks to Mr. Shimit PR, the chairman of the governing body of FISAT, for supporting us and making this event a reality. Thank you so much, sir. I must thank the professional associations that we have associated with SECON'22. My sincere thanks to Professor Jay Kumar V, ISTE Kerala Section Management Committee for gracing the occasion. ISTE has in fact offered financial support for SECON'22. We acknowledge this kind gesture. Let me thank Dr. Anil Joseph, President of Indian Concrete Institute, Kochi chapter. In spite of his very busy schedule, I know that he's very busy with, he's someone who is well known in industry as well as academia. So he has taken time to come here to visit FISAT for the first time. Thank you so much for being here and gracing this occasion, sir. We wish to place on record our sincere thanks to Engineer P. Salaluddin, Chairman of the Institution of Engineers. Thank you so much for supporting us all these years because it is right from SECON, the first edition of the international conference, the Institution of Engineers has supported us. So we deem it an honor to be associated with the Institution of Engineers for this SECON'22 as well. My sincere thanks to Narayanan Poti sir. Thank you so much for interacting with our students. We look forward to having you in our campus to interacting with the students in the future too. My sincere thanks to Paradigm. No one could make it today because, again, when we connect with people in industry, they're always busy. We understand that really well because they don't have the luxury to spare a day. In fact, some seasons are really, really busy. So I spoke to the executive director of Paradigm yesterday, and she said, "I'm really sorry, sir, we will not be able to make it." In fact, Paradigm has given us a lot of support by helping us to reach out to international resources across Belgium and other places to make sure that the conference goes up to that level. So my sincere thanks to Paradigm, the whole team at Paradigm. In their absence, thank you, the team from Paradigm. The ASE student chapter of FISAT is one of the most active associations in our campus. Let me acknowledge the support of ASE student chapter of FISAT on this occasion. A lot of students have involved. Even the ASCT, I'm really sorry, ASC Southern Region President, and all those people, when we connect with them, they offer all the support. So this support has actually helped us to reach out to people across the world. In fact, when we try to publicize about the conference, we can reach out to all these countries through these ASC student chapters. So that's a huge honor for us to be associated with ASC. I must place my special thanks to Springer because that is our publication partner and associating with SECON for the 4th time in a row, if I'm not wrong. This is a great recognition for the conference because it is the publication that actually gives the conference its honor, because that is a recognition for the conference, and we deem it an honor to be associated with Springer again for this conference. So SECON'22, the conference will be published by Springer in lecture notes of civil engineering. So we thank Springer for associating with us this year also. Now, SECON'22 has a jumbo list of reviewers. When I say jumbo list, it is indeed a jumbo list. It's a very long list of reviewers because when we connect with reviewers, again, all these reviewers are renowned people in their field. So they will be able to review out 2 or 3 papers. So if you look at the number of papers we get, if we get around 200 to 400 full papers, looking at these numbers, we have, nearly 100 reviewers across India. Okay. When I say across India, it is literally across India. We have professors from Guwahati, Delhi, Chennai, whatnot, all these places, international reviewers as well. So let me place on record my sincere thanks to all the reviewers of SECON, because without their contribution, the conference would not have been a reality. So thank you in absence. I know some of them are listening through our YouTube streaming links and the WebEx links. So thanks to each and every one of them. I wish to place on record our sincere thanks to the advisory committee members. There are keynote speakers, chairs, co-chairs of SECON'22. Again, it's a very long list. I will not be able to pick out each one of them by name. Thank you so much for associating with SECON'22. Now, without the contribution of others, no conference is successful, because every author, when he sends a paper to a conference, he would expect it to be accepted. But as we know, not all papers get accepted. So there is a huge number of people. For every paper, we will have multiple authors. So when you say 100 papers, there is at least 400 authors connected with us. Some of them are listening to us through the YouTube and WebEx links. Thank you so much, authors, for sending your papers for publication in this conference. Thank you so much. Now comes to the the people in FISAT. The leadership of FISAT has given unconditional support for holding a conference like this right from the first edition. My sincere thanks to the principal, Dr. Manoj George, vice principal, Dr. C. Sheila, and Dr. Mini, Dean of FISAT. I must also thank my faculty colleagues, especially the head of the department, Dr. Gigi Anthony, who has led us as the general convener of SECON'22. I understand that you know that the list is really long, right? So I must acknowledge each and everyone, because there is huge amount of teamwork that has gone in to make sure that this conference is a reality. And my duty will be incomplete mentioning my sincere thanks to the convener of SECON'22, Ms. Preeti. She has been a great support, took the pain to coordinate, because coordinating an event is not easy. She has taken a lot of time and energy to make sure that the conference is a reality, this day is a reality, this event is a reality. So thank you so much for being the convener of SECON'22. I also wish to acknowledge the support provided by the core team of SECON'22, because every year we form a core team which actually take things forward. So the core team has many people. I would like to mention the names of Dr. Asha Joseph, Dr. Kavita, Mr. Renu Jayachisan, Mr. Jawahar South, for support provided in managing the various aspects of conference, right from creating the call for papers, creating the easy chair links, creating the website, managing conference links, getting the conference papers, sending out invites to reviewers and whatnot. The list is very long. There is a lot of tasks being done. So I acknowledge the time and energy put in by all these people. No words can thank the time and energy the team has put in to make the conference a reality. The whole Department of Ceremony, the faculty team has been behind this. Thank you to each and everyone. And again, executing a conference requires a good volunteer team. Let me acknowledge the support given by the student volunteer team from MTech. Big hands to them, because when we started our conference, it is a great opportunity for them to be associated with us. So thank you, each and every student from the MTech who has contributed their papers and has been a volunteer for SECON'22. We acknowledge the support provided by the multimedia department and the public relations office and other supporting departments in the campus, because again, that also makes this day special. I wish the very best to all the participants today, all of your students. Please make use of the opportunity to listen to all these speakers. Take time out of your session and make sure that you attend it, because it is definitely go a long way in helping and building your career forward. I'm not sure if I missed anyone. I'm pretty sure I would have missed a few people, because this list is pretty long. So thank you to each and everyone who is associated with SECON. And we wish all the very best to all the participants, all the authors, and all those people who are associated with SECON'22. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Unna sir. Thank you all for your esteemed presence. We have come to the end of the inaugural function of SECON'22. Thank you all dignitaries and the participants. We shall break for tea. The session will resume at 11 a.m. with the keynote lecture by Professor Saharia Alam from the University of British Columbia, Canada. Thank you. I request all the staff members of Civil Department to please come to the dais for a group photo. Dear students, please come back by 11 o'clock. Our first keynote lecture will start at 11.
Hello? Hello?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.